So let me introduce our group together. They're not a panel, we're just a connection group. Rosa Reinikainen is a learning support instructor at Weiser. She is the coordinator of student services. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist, as well as a longtime advocate and activist for equality. She has extensive experiences addressing trauma, including cultural and collective trauma. And Rosa blazed her way through our Dignity Studies course at Weiser's. She was like on fire. We were so amazed. And then she took that learning and started larger conversations with people. And we were just in awe of that. So welcome, Rosa. Please wave your hand.
Having said that, I cede my extra 20 seconds to Rosa Reinikainen.
There we go. Thank you so much, John. Really, I think with what you've said is so important in that understanding, we have to, over a period of time, it's 17 years now, to develop this sensitivity about humiliation and how it impacts people. And when you bring people into a learning experience, to be aware of that. So when you need to, you can step in and engage people in a constructive conversation about those challenges. Because we don't know, people have chapters and chapters of humiliating experiences in their lives that can rise to the surface when we even begin to talk about this topic. So thank you. Give John a round of applause. Thank you so much. And now I'm really excited because I'm going to turn our discussion over, our dialogue over to Rosa. Rosa is one of the learners that went through the Weiser program, and she was just on fire, and she's doing great work in the world by continuing her learning by hosting Dignilogues. And by the way, please make a pitch for your Dignilogue because everyone's invited to join you. So Rosa, thank you for being with us.
Great, thank you, Linda. It's wonderful to be here. And I am both, human dignity, humiliation studies Philic and also Weiser Philic. So I love both of these places, and to be able to learn about human dignity, humiliation studies at Weiser, it's been profound actually. And I really did take to the course. I thought it was just wonderfully put together. I was stimulated. For me, it felt like it's in line with kind of how I learn anyway. And, just growing up Jewish, I had very much knowledge of the Holocaust. It was sort of, pounded into me. So I definitely had that, and several other, experiences of humiliation. And so for me, it felt refreshing to hear about it so overtly. It felt nurturing and nourishing to hear it in this way. And I also hear how there's a student who it didn't, and there I think probably many who would turn away from this kind of information. So how do we appeal to those people, I guess, is one thing. I have also created, as you said, Linda, I've created these seminars based off of the information in the course. And so these are opportunities for us to really talk about, the course, yes, and to remind ourselves of this subject. And everybody's welcome. They've been, I think, quite lovely to both produce and to hear what other people have to say. I'd like to invite all of you to come to, you're all welcome to come to these seminars. I think the more the merrier. And I'm not sure, these other learners who have gone through the course, one learner who was going right alongside me, we were kind of back to back right there. It was really great to go through it with another person in a way, and to kind of because we have this online forum where we get to have dialogues. It's very collaborative. And so being able to go through the course with another person was also maybe part of the success for both of us, was to be able to kind of, dialogue, well, at least even just on the forum, to be able to kind of hear what other people or what another person is feeling about the material, because it is really deep and intense maybe to take in. And so it was wonderful. So to be able to have that opportunity to do that. So I think if we learn more collaboratively, if we're kind of dialoguing about it, if we're all, instead of kind of in our own little isolation on our own little island learning about it, which could be more traumatizing, I think, for some. If we're actually dialoguing about it, if we're doing it kind of together, I wonder if that would alleviate some of the the tendency to, when we're talking about humiliation, for it to bring up humiliation. So I guess that's my thing. I don't have much else to say unless someone has some questions, but that's about it. I have to say about my experience of learning human dignity humiliation studies at Weiser. And
thank you, Rosa.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, because I think you brought up a crucial point with studying humiliation, is that we do it together. We have this hold hands policy when we're doing all of our work. And I think it even applies to creating learning experiences in our institutions, is bringing people together to work on these ideas together, to offer support, because we think connection can be one of the best protections against the impact of humiliation. So thank you for sharing that. And congratulations on getting through the course. And congratulations, I believe you're working on your doctoral degree. That's coming up really soon. So exciting for us. And
yes, my dissertation will be on love.
on love.
On love.
Wonderful. We can always have more of that. And Rosa, it's so great to have a opportunity to bring other people into the conversation through your seminars. So Rosa, can you tell people how to get to your seminars?
So I believe if you get onto our, John, correct me if
I'm gonna put a link in the chat to our seminar announcements, and you could any given time get the link. I mean, you go to that link and it's updated every month for the next 2 months. So I'm going to type that in now.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And Linda, you're going to get the email about the reminder that we're coming. So you can always forward that to them.
Exactly. We can include it in some of our email messages that we do send out to our entire community, because it's open to anyone who is in our community. And thank you for leading that, Rosa. I'm so proud of you and the work that you've done.
One other thing I'll say real quickly, we also have a YouTube channel, and I think at least one of the previous seminars on human dignity studies is there too, and I'll put that link in a minute as well. Great.
Thank you, John. And please give a round of applause to Rosa for joining us and sharing her experience of being a learner within this system and then taking those ideas out into the world. David, thank you for making us dating with Weiser program. That's so fantastic. John, thank you for bringing up the challenges of working with this concept of humiliation. And it can be difficult. And Rosa, thank you for being a role model of taking these ideas out into the world and inviting more dialogues to grow out of that. And Maggie, I wish I could join you on one of your walking classrooms in Ireland. I'd be there in a flash if I could. So please get a camera for your head, and we'll just do a camera type of situation. But as everyone hears, this is a really powerful Dignilogue, where we can think about reimagining learning in a world in the midst of many crises, because we have many crises going forward. So we're going to move into our connection and reflection groups again, to share ideas. What's one idea that stood out to you? How would you reimagine education? Because learning and education is an everyday experience, I think, of all of us as leaders of dignity in learning. And I'm going to move you into your rooms. I want to reassure people that I checked all my buttons to say, hey, your cameras should all work. So let me know if you have problems. You can always ask for help. And we will meet for about 10 minutes, and we'll be seeing you back in the room in about 10 minutes. So first, before you go, give an applause to our wonderful Dignilogue panel that got us started in such a powerful way today. Thank you so much, panel. We're a Dignilogue group. Thank you, Evelyn, with correct language. But hey,
dog start up with me.
enjoy your breakout room.